everybody, and welcome to Manga Reflux. You might have noticed I've got a new mic, so I'm going to sound a little bit weird to people, unfortunately. So, Kenshi, unfortunately, cannot join us this week because his laptop exploded.
Yeah, he wanted to break it and put it on video.
I advised him not to, since he's only had it 6 months. It's probably still within warranty. So, it's probably a bad idea. Sorry I deprived you of that audience, but he says he's going to try and smash something else, even if he can't smash the laptop.
Yeah.
So,
I've still got those PS2s I need to break. Now that it's warmed up, I should be able to do that.
Everyone's in a smashy mood today.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Smashing things is fun.
That was weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're doing Bleach 619. 619. How appropriate that Ken would leave after we've done 618.
Yeah. The fun part's done, so he's just gone.
Yeah, so Bleach 619 and clouds. We have clouds.
Well, smoke.
Well, okay, clouds of smoke. Let's split the difference. And Ichigo and Yuha Bach are being boring.
Anime protagonist and
I've never once even thought of doing as I pleased with you. Oh my.
I take it back, they're not even being boring, but we'll get to what they are being later. So we have a fan art of Ryu. Yay.
Great.
He's blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-da. Dabba-dee-dabba-da.
Yeah.
And Yoruichi, and she's purple.
Yeah.
That is her color.
Dabba-da. So,
We get more eyes than wannabe crap. Awesome.
He's like, your will is everything. Get it connected to my will. That's everything that you've been fighting for all this time has been for me. Come on.
How is Ichigo still affected by this? You think he'd just call him on his bullshit by now?
you would think... Why is this villain doing this when we literally just brought back the villain that did this in the first place?
Yeah.
Last chapter we literally brought him back. Why is this happening again with someone else?
Because the creators of Bleach, or writers rather, cannot think of two villains. They just have to keep reusing the same villain.
Yeah, I get...
So apparently, now that he's killed the Spirit King, he's now exactly as strong as when he fought Aizen. What?
Okay, I guess he's saying that because he's actually got his proper Zanpakuto and stuff, and he's all, hey, I have Quincy powers for some reason, and even though I don't, that he's about the same power level he was when he used the final Getsuga Tensho.
Yeah.
Weird.
Ish.
I feel like, okay, this is relating back everything, this is trying to relate back to everything he's done. The Great Fisher and the Aizen, and that one arc with the Brings and the Full. And...
Okay. It makes some amount of sense, because the reason that Ichigo wasn't as strong as he could be was because quote-unquote Zangetsu, who was really apparently Yuha Bach, was suppressing his actual Zanpakuto, and theoretically what the final Getsuga Tensho did was actually release that power. So Yuha Bach stopped suppressing him, and because he wasn't used to it, it burned him out, or something. Or Yuha Bach sabotaged it so it would burn him out, or something. So, for that time, he got all of his full power. And it was just so ridiculous that it would have beaten Aizen even in Godfall.
yeah.
So, I guess, in other words, Ichigo has always had the power to kill gods, I guess?
Sure.
It's a trick, Ichigo. Don't let him confuse you. He's confusing me. And then he's like, no, wait, it's not a trick. You're just a puppet. Because we have the same blood, so that means that I control you. And then Ichigo's like, shut up. Eloquently.
Well, what more needs to be said? Just shut up pretty much sums it.
Shut up and just
please.
shut up. Come on.
I think someone's at my door. I'm going to have to come back. I'll be back in a minute. Just keep going.
Yuhabok then goes for the low blow of accusing him of killing his own mother because of his weakness. That's... wow. Wow.
Yeah. It's like, I am your enemy, am I not? For you to not even be able to utter the word kill to the man who murdered your mother, that is proof of your weakness. To be fair, the fact that he doesn't say kill is kind of interesting. Just says stop. That's kind of the classic shonen protagonist line, is I will stop you.
Does he? Mine says kill.
He says, I will stop you, and then Yuhabok says, for you to not even be able to utter the word kill to the man who murdered your mother. That is proof of your weakness, saying that Ichigo can't say that he's going to kill somebody.
Huh. I think mine is missing a page. That's weird. That or it's just not as well translated.
And I'm back. What did I miss?
Basically, Yuhabok is calling him on the fact that he can't say the word kill. He can't say, I'm going to kill you. He has to say, I'm going to stop you.
Yeah, mine doesn't even have that. It just, yeah.
Huh.
I'm using the Eat Manga.
Bit of an avatar thing going on there. Go figure.
Which is kind of interesting. Oh, and then, hey, look, it's an arrow.
Yeah, great.
Oh, right. That whole thing.
Hey, look, it's Uryu. He's here.
What have you been doing all this time, Uryu? Nothing? Alright.
Yeah, has he been here the whole time? Or
I think so.
Yeah, he's been doing nothing.
No one noticed?
He's been doing
that
nothing.
He's just sort of hanging out in the background?
He's been doing nothing.
He's very forgettable when he's not being a giant
Literally
asshole.
nothing.
Yeah.
And then the Spirit King. Oh, boy. There goes the barrier.
Yeah. So... remember when we said he's probably faking it? Probably a mole or something?
Doesn't seem like it.
I don't know why he did that. I cannot think of a logical reason for him to do that.
I imagine the fangirls are going to claim that he's being possessed or controlled directly or something, but yeah.
Considering what Yuhabok has been saying for this chapter, it seems likely.
Yeah.
Like, if they're actually going to try and sell us on this Ichigo has been controlled the whole time thing, yeah, that would be the most logical explanation, because Ishida has constantly been embracing his Quincy powers and stuff,
yeah.
And Ichigo hasn't, so Uryu would be more susceptible to the control stuff, maybe?
Uryu would be controlled while Ichigo would just be kind of like guided, I guess, a little
Influenced,
bit.
rather.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Yorichi throws some balls.
Yeah.
First ball's hit, well, the second balls will disintegrate.
It's a ballsy move.
Yeah.
Puns.
And then he calls on the Jawa.
Oh god, that thing's still alive. Okay.
Remember the Jawa got like a sword, it got like shot in the face?
Yeah, I remember the Jawa. There were other ones, but I don't remember who they were.
Don't worry about it.
There was an Admiral. I remember the Admiral.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Admiral and Thor.
I'm pretty sure they're all dead aside from this one.
Okay.
Yorichi-san!
Her
No.
arm
Okay,
turned
I
into
don't
hammer,
quite know what's
essentially.
happening in this middle panel. Is her arm getting snapped, or did she
Yeah.
get her hand chopped off?
Her arm got super twisted by the Jawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she got thrown out.
Okay.
And then Orihime's like, oh crap. And then Yuha Buck's like, I love this hand. And then Uyu's just being a little douche nozzle in the back.
Pretty much.
Like, this chapter is, things are happening at the very least. It's just...
No one cares.
Stupid things, yeah.
I can't bring myself to care anymore.
Also, since when could Uryu fire solid physical arrows? That's not really been a thing, as far as I'm aware.
You had the sword things.
Yeah, but those were a special tool. They weren't... That was kind of what's special about them.
Maybe the douche Quincy's have those.
Yeah,
guess.
he's been with the douche Quincy's for a while, so I don't know. It could be something he picked up there.
Yeah, I mean... And again, the douche Quincy's kind of just use their own shit, like burn a finger and thunder tits and...
You know, Burnerfinger, the best sniper of all the Quincy forces.
Yeah, he's better than the Admiral, so I'll take that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we're
then
done.
Yuhabak rips the middle finger off the stone, and the Tower of Peace starts collapsing.
Again.
yeah. Okay. Full disclosure, reading this chapter made me want to stop doing Bleach entirely for this segment.
It's not fun. There's not a whole lot to really even comment on.
It's not fun it's not even fun in the sense of making fun of it anymore. It's just dull and boring and trite. But I was planning on having us discuss whether we should drop it entirely on this episode, but since Kenshi isn't here, it's not really fair to just decide that without him. But I would like to get the audience's opinions on it, because, your opinion counts too.
It does,
So,
yeah. Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
So, let us know what you think, whether we want to drop this and swap it with something more interesting, or just get Hero Academia caught up faster or something. And we'll discuss it next episode, probably, if Kenshi's here.
Yeah.
So, that's Bleach for this week. 619. That's going to be our question, actually, for this week, whether we should drop Bleach.
Yeah.
Basically.
Is that just our Bleach question, or we have one for...
That's our Bleach
That's
question.
a Bleach question. Yeah. Alright, hey, it's time for the Boku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia.
Alright, you remembered halfway through, I guess. That's good. You're learning.
Well, it says both on the first thing. The first page.
Yeah, which tells you that the My Hero Academia title is appropriate. And thus should be used.
I know, I was saying
Because
both
we're
of
not
them
Japanese.
because I was excited.
I still like the Boku no Hero one. I don't know why. Probably because it sounds like Boku no Pico, and that's just hilarious to me. I don't know why.
Alright.
Okay.
So, chapter 12, I believe we were on?
Yep. Oh, we've got Ida's chapter.
Yeah, we start with Ida. Ida's glasses, square shaped. Ida's eyes, also square shaped. Ida's face, square shaped.
He's very
Ida's
square.
whole body,
That's-
quite muscular, to go with the speed of his legs, square shaped.
You're just adding things that aren't actually there anymore.
I
It does
know.
not actually say square shape for any of that, aside from the eyes and the glasses.
But he's
Also,
he's
there's
square.
nothing wrong with square glasses. I wear square glasses.
Ida, you're a square. Uh,
Ida's hands capable of toying with his enemies with their peculiar gestures. What?
I'm really confused by that.
meaning when he talks and he makes all sort of weird gestures with his hands, he's messing with his enemies because he's weird.
But
And
he
it's hard to
doesn't
put trousers
gesture
on
with his
legs.
hands.
He does. We'll see how he does in this chapter, but he does. Right, so he has super speed because he has engines in his legs, and they are run on orange juice, apparently.
Yeah. And if they stall...
Sunny D!
That's... Okay.
Speaking of, I need to find a shop that actually sells Sunny D in my area. I'm drinking orange juice right now, but I miss Sunny D.
What kind of lessons does All Might teach? Oh, I had to go to the nurse's office. These interviews with all the students.
Oh, yeah. Because Hero's a celebrity, so, people are going to be...
They're just worried about All Might. They just want to know about All Might.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Let us know some of your thoughts of what it was like having a symbol of peace tank before you at the point of your education. He was really muscly. Yeah.
Oh. Ida gives a speech.
Yeah, that's...
Alright, does someone want to read Ida's speech?
No. That is a long text box.
It redoubles my awareness of the fact that I'm enrolled where I can reap rewards for physical hero training. It goes without saying that his authority and mine are awe-inspiring, but so too are qualities such as his sense of humor. Now that we, students, will be constantly exposed to an impressive role model, we will be able to study with what one needs to possess in order to match the definition of a top hero, and furthermore... Back to Baku. I was just saying it really fast. I lost.
Are you sure that's Mien? They didn't just misspell mine? Because that's what I was thinking.
I was thinking mine.
Hang on, let me just reread it. His authority and... So he's saying that his own authority is awe-inspiring?
Yes.
I don't know.
Ida's authority is awe-inspiring? No, I don't think that's what he's saying. I think he really means Mien.
I thought it was like it's a German word, mine, or something. Yeah. I didn't understand
Bakugo
it.
is like, fuck you, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like the Wolverine.
And Eraserhead tells him to piss off. So,
Yeah.
Both perfectly in character.
Yep, absolutely.
And the whole country flew into a tizzy, and the mass media pressed at the gates for days. Yeah, everybody wants to talk to the All Might.
Yep, and the school apparently has blast doors, so...
Honestly, I can't think of a reason why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of a reason why every building doesn't have blast doors in this universe. It seems like a necessity.
I think that it's not cost effective because anyone who would be stopped by them would also be able to just blow through them.
Well, it would keep most people out.
Well, yeah, I suppose. I was going to say regular people, but they don't really have regular people here.
They do. There's 20% of the population, apparently, are still regular people. By our definition of regular. They would, in fact, be irregular. We talked about this in the first episode. We did this.
Yeah.
Alright. So, yeah, blast doors. No one can get in. And we have a suspicious behind-the-back shot of a guy with scraggly hair that is watching those blast doors. I wonder who he is.
I hate this site. There we go.
I know he is. Well, I gotta say, he's got something on his neck.
Well, no, he doesn't have something on his neck, and that's the problem.
That's true, yeah.
No, like he's got like a line on the back of his neck. See it?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
where the collar closes. It's just a collar.
Mm.
Anyway, so we have Eraserhead's evaluation of the battle trial from the previous day, and his first order of business is to tell Bakugo to stop acting like a 7-year-old.
That's great.
As it should be, really.
Yeah.
That's realistic.
Yeah.
This is how you deal with characters like this.
And Bakugo's like, yeah, okay. Fair cop.
He kind of is, actually. That's weird. Character
Yeah.
development.
And, of course, we get a thing for Deku because, his power's destroying him and stuff. That's the thing that's happening. And he needs to fix that. He needs to be able to adjust it and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much just calling him out on what he already knows. But it's always good to have a reminder, I suppose.
Anyway, class president, because that's a thing that they need to do in school life things, which this technically is.
I love how that's a plot point. They're like, oh yeah, this is a school.
Yeah.
Finally, something like, I want to be the class president.
Literally everyone is like, me.
That's like a leader position. I'll do it.
Dick
My
Laser says,
manifesto is
it's a
president.
position that exists for me.
My manifesto is president. All girls must expose 30 centimeters of thigh.
Wow.
Minetta.
I think I like the Major's tiny miniskirts better.
Yeah.
The classic.
And then Bakugo, of course, is raising his hand.
Yeah, because he'd make a good leader.
And then we get Ida, who does the whole, we need to be democratic about this thing.
And Ida, who was basically the born to be the class president character.
Pretty much, yeah.
And immediately on the next page looks like a politician standing at a podium.
Yeah.
Entirely intentional, I bet.
In fact, he looks like a certain figure, actually, now that I think about it. Moving on. Yeah, we're moving on from that.
Great. All right.
Like, everybody's just gonna vote for themselves. I love that, like, the sensei's just like, I'm just gonna curl back up in my sleeping bag like a caterpillar.
What?
Like, in the bottom right panel, he's like, is that alright? Okay.
Yeah.
And he's just getting back into his, like, he's just curling back up.
Also, Froggy-chan, top left panel.
Yeah. Pointing out that they can't do it without voting. Just they don't trust each other yet. So
good old Deku gets 3 votes.
Yeah, that's weird.
And fan service girl gets 2.
Yeah. The problem mainly is that everyone voted for themselves, except for the people who voted for those 2.
Yeah. So I assume that's supposed to be whistling innocently from Infinity Girl. That's why I decided to call her.
Yeah. And Ida got 0 votes.
Because he didn't vote for himself.
Yeah.
He also voted for Deku, so, it ends up being first and second place, president and vice president, etc.
So, Deku and fan service girl as president and VP. Apparently.
Yay. And then cafeteria.
And
You're going to say something, Zero? Sorry.
I was just going to say, if you want to ride a ship, well, then you got a beginning of one right there.
Not really. That's pretty weak sauce. We get better shipping in a bit, so,
Yeah, I was just saying that if people want fan fiction, that's a possible plot point they could go with.
What, that Ida doesn't end up getting it in the end?
Yeah.
It's not terrible. I've heard of worse ideas for a fan fiction, so.
Yeah. And then but I was just thinking of that, just offhand. Ida's just congratulating Deku.
Yeah, and Ida's like, yeah, I totally voted for you because I thought you'd do a better job.
Well, I don't think the possibility of voting for himself ever occurred to him. He's just not really that kind of character. So out of everyone else, yeah, I suppose it's
Let's remember, he does have the bloated opinion of Deku.
He does. Not entirely unearned, but it's not earned in the way that he thinks it was earned.
Yeah.
So, and this is where it comes out that Ida's family is, a family of famous heroes, and his older brother is, what was his name?
Turbo Hero Ingenium? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and he has 100 sidekicks or something.
65.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
He's 4 away from 69.
I don't know how that's relevant, but okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so basically he wants to follow in his brother's footsteps and be super awesome. And stuff.
Yeah.
And Deku immediately draws a parallel between Ida and Ingenium and Deku and All Might, obviously, because that's actually a thing that happens over and over again in the series.
Everybody's got a role model.
Well, most people have a role model. Infinity Girl doesn't really have one.
Her role
she
model
has money, but I guess that's not really revealed yet.
Yeah. Alright, the siren. Oh no!
Someone's broken into the school. Actually, that'd be a significant thing in your country, so...
Oh, yeah.
It would be when you have barriers, especially like that.
Mm. Yeah, I suppose technically this wouldn't so much as be breaking into a school as breaking into a military training facility, technically.
Yeah, they work for the government, right? So, that's a pretty apt metaphor.
Yeah, and the press. It was just the press.
Mm. So everyone's in a mad rush trying to get to the exits and stuff, or, secure facilities or whatever, I don't know. And everyone's pushing.
Place for those.
Mm. And everyone's kind of being idiots. They run fire drills for a reason, so that everyone doesn't do stupid shit like this. And Ida realizes how stupid it is and someone's going to get hurt. So he's like, I need to do something to stop it. So he does something to stop it. Sort of.
Mm.
And it's kind of cool, sort of, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Where he gets Infinity Girl to use her powers to make him lighter. So he can just basically step over the entire crowd.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Boost!
The only problem being he kind of has to take a weird position to stay on the wall.
Yeah. So he yells at everyone to calm down. And,
it's okay!
A pose of a type. Kind of like the Running Man?
It occurs to me that probably helps, because people would just kind of like, what? Why are you doing that? And instead of just,
It helps break the tension.
Sure. And obviously the next day Deku immediately turns over the presidency to Ida because, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's,
Deku's not really a leader yet.
No. So we get Ida's superhero name here.
Yeah.
Emergency exit.
Yeah.
Is that did they just make that, or?
Yeah.
That's great.
And then
that's not the most austere.
It makes it sound like you run away all the time.
Yeah, kind of. And that's kind of what he's done so far, actually. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's meaningful, though, so...
Yeah.
And Momo is just like, is my position safe? You guys are deciding all these things on your own. Yeah, but everybody re-voted, I guess, for Ida.
Yeah. And the head of the school, who is apparently a mouse or a bear.
Something like that. I don't know.
I think they make note of how it's not entirely clear whether it's a mouse or a bear or a dog or something. And they're discussing how someone managed to get onto the grounds.
They
Stuff.
flew through that barrier.
Pretty much.
They disintegrated it, actually. Looks like they broke it down to its base components.
The declaration of war.
Dun dun dun. Alright, next chapter. Chapter 13.
There are dogs outside that won't shut up.
I can't hear them.
Yeah, me neither.
Sure.
Okay, good. Because if you do hear them, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to put them down.
Wow. That
Just kidding.
sounds excessive.
Alright.
Anyway, apparently on a Wednesday...
Don't really know why that's important, but they gave us the information
if you
anyway.
do this, because if you do, this lovely family of less than indigent circumstances gets a nice bone crushing.
Yeah, so we're kind of in medias res here a little bit.
Hey, it's Mount Lady, yay!
Yay, she's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroes, save us. If not us, to at least save at least our daughter.
Yeah. So, save the day. And then, guess who?
Missouri!
Is it?
Smash!
All stakes.
Shouldn't that be
Okay.
Missouri Chop? That's pretty clearly a chop.
It's always Smash.
If you hit hard enough, it's still a smash.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good point.
I happened to pass by on my way to work.
Yeah, and it's pointed out that there was pretty much no point in him doing this because there were already heroes on the scene.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So, he's off again, on his way to work.
Interesting thing to... I think I mentioned before that originally the main heroine was going to have, like, size-changing powers, like Mount Lady. But then he decided that would... And her character arc would end up being a little bit too dark for... You know, because nervousness and size and whatnot. So he made her a character, and he keeps making her show up, and I love that. Yeah.
I'm not sure I agree with the whole dark angle. I don't think that's required for that kind of power.
Not really.
Thinking that, like,
Zero, you're having problems.
She's going to have to deal with... Yeah?
You're having some audio problems there.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you repeat that? Only
no.
half of that, actually. That got through.
Oh, dear.
I don't know, my connection says it's good.
Sisa, if you could talk, that'd be great.
That seems to be
Hello?
working fine for me. So, yeah? Is it going
Alright,
through, or?
are we back up and running?
People seem to have a problem when we're testing audio. You need to actually talk so I can tell whether it's working or not.
There is
Alright,
a delay now. Like, between when I hear you and when I can say things.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Like,
I think we can make do. It's still a little bit sketchy on your end, Zero, but I think we can make do.
I don't know what
Alright.
happened.
Anyway, what were you saying about?
Yeah, I was saying that because the thing about Mount Lady is she can't control which size she grows to. And then he was like, oh wait, then that will end up getting, like, awkward. And I don't know what his explanation was. It's just like he wanted to have the main heroine be a lot more lighter. That's why he chose Ochiko with her power.
Yeah.
Well, you would
If memory
collapse
serves,
the house on you.
The way her ability works is she has two options. She can be tiny, well, she can be regular size, or she can be 50 foot tall. That's it. Those are her options.
Yeah.
So far, it seems like it.
So he took what was going to be the main heroine and then turned her into a character that keeps making her show up.
Mm.
So I find that kind of fun.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't find the concept that interesting in the first place, so I don't know. Maybe the author's just into giantesses. Yeah,
I believe that.
But, it's not my thing, that's all. I'm apparently more into frogs, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's been an interesting realization.
Mm. Anyway.
Well, that tongue.
Oh, yeah.
all right. So off I go, and he's going to work.
Alright, and we get a flashback into Deku confessing that he told Bakugo about being an idiot.
Yeah, also worth noting the panel before that, he's saying that he is actually getting weaker as his power has been passed down to Deku.
The torch has been passed on, so the previous torch eventually sputters out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not actually how it works when you pass a torch.
No, not really.
When you light another torch with a torch, it doesn't stop the first torch from burning at all. It doesn't do anything like that.
Mm.
This metaphor is actually kind of flawed when you think about it, but,
Yeah. I guess it's like the first torches have been all burned up, I guess, so it's run out of fuel. But I don't know. That would kind of imply that he just dies, no matter what, even if he wasn't injured.
Yeah, even if he hadn't passed it on, it would still just burn out pretty quickly, I guess. I don't know. Well, it kind of was anyway, because he was,
Yeah.
dying. I don't know. Anyway, Bakugo, All Might's telling him he's kind of a dumbass for, spilling things, because it's kind of a big deal that no one knows about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
That kind of needs to remain a thing, for the sake of being a symbol of peace and all that stuff. Oh, and also because if people learned that power could be passed down, he would have everyone coming on his ass, so that I phrased that strangely. He would have everyone coming after him to steal the power, so. And since apparently the only thing you need to take the power is to ingest DNA.
Mm.
I assume it has to be willingly given, otherwise it doesn't work. Like, it could just be stolen by...
I would hope so, otherwise, All Might's a virgin. And that's the most depressing thing I've said all day.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah.
Unless that whole passage, which was a lot more invasive than I thought it was. What were you saying, Zero?
All Might gets all the ladies.
No, he gets none of the ladies, actually.
We've never seen him
anyone
with
shown interest in him of female gender?
I don't think so. I don't think this is that kind of series anyway, so...
Yeah.
They have made absolutely no... Except for Minato, but he's the only one.
Alright, so... Yeah, I need to be firmer with him. Says All Might about Deku. 12:50 p.m.
Yeah.
They're going to be studying rescue.
Yeah. They're going on a field trip and stuff, I think. This was the field trip thing.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trial
I'm glad this is the step of their process. Learning how to deal with disasters, or natural disasters. Because that's kind of a big deal.
Thing. Yeah. This should be more a thing in superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
I like that they're taking
Froggy-chan.
the steps to take... Yeah. Froggy-chan.
Froggy-chan.
Ribbit.
Froggy-chan.
She's not even doing anything. She's just bragging about her environment.
It's like, I like Mount Brady, and he likes Froggy-chan. Way too much.
If you don't like
Everyone
Froggy-chan,
likes Froggy-chan. I like Froggy-chan, but you're on another level, man.
Alright, so we're going on a field trip. Taking a bus, because okay, buses. Superheroes take buses too, I guess.
What if Froggy-chan was
what
voiced by Laura Bailey?
That's entirely possible. And once again, that outfit that Infinity Girl wears, that really, really does look like it's a boob window.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's probably different colors or something. It's just they don't...
It's
don't
white, but it just shows that it's the same color as the skin tone because the skin tone is also white.
Because it's
This
a
is
black
a
and
black
white
and
thing.
white.
Anime have one,
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. It'll be different.
Yeah, I assume the skin tone will be some color that isn't white, because that's still really strange that in anime, Japanese people are still white, or they look white. It's weird. Anyway.
Look at the smoke coming out of Deku's nose. He looks pumped.
Yeah. He's lost the mask, though, which I'm kind of glad of.
Good.
Yeah.
That mask was...
Yeah.
So,
The new outfit is kind of cool. Just
yeah.
general, like, UA outfit with the little neck thing. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's as basic as you can get, really. He's got a bunch of pouches as well, full of stuff, I assume, but it never really comes up, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's solid. But apparently it's only temporary because he's waiting for repairs. So
And they're on
maybe
the
the
bus.
repairs will actually make it look cool rather than just, like a bunny.
They get on the bus, and hey, look, Froggy-chan.
Where?
The first panel. It's her talking.
Hey,
She's saying she always says
I
it's
always
on her
say when I
mind.
think
You're on the next page, I
on my
feel
next page, yes. Oh, hi, the comic studio.
Yeah, that becomes pretty much a running gag.
It does. I ship it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's actually a horrifying stare, but somehow it's still endearing.
Yeah. Adorable and terrifying.
She's got a big smile.
Yeah, so this is kind of a thing. She says things and does not give a shit about what anyone else thinks about anything.
Pretty
she
much.
just says things.
This is a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, for example, when she points out to everyone on the bus that Deku's quirk reminds her of All Might's.
Which the comparison was easy to make, but saying it out loud brings it more to everyone's mind, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's like, one doesn't like, but yeah, wait up. That's why All Might never gets hurt. That's where the likeness ends. Because that you hurt yourself, you idiot.
Yeah. And we get a bit more exposition on some of the other powers, like this guy that is jealous of the enhancement quirk is he can harden his body.
And that's
which it's good defensively, and I suppose a little bit offensively, because he can harden himself and he doesn't have to worry about injury, so theoretically, if he could turn off the parts of his brain that say don't use all of your muscle power and stuff because you'll injure yourself, then that could be really
also,
useful.
punching someone with a hard fist hurts a lot more than a soft, fleshy fist.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you hit somebody in the face with steel compared to, just your hand, the steel's going to hurt way more every time.
If he use it, I think it comes up later, but if he uses a chop, it essentially becomes a spear or a stab with a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and...
My naval laser is both flashy and strong enough for the pro level.
Dick laser.
But it'd be bad if your stomach collapsed And that's what that last panel I just imagined him doing.
Yeah.
Also, I think stomach is a euphemism for nutsack.
Okay, we can just leave that. We don't have to comment on it anymore.
Or Zero is uncomfortable about dick laser.
No, I'm just feel like we always harp upon it. Like every time it comes up as naval laser, we just have to correct it.
Dick laser. How are we supposed to not harp on it?
Look,
Yeah.
it's just a dick laser, alright? We've already pointed out several times. Let's just accept that whenever he says navel, he means dick.
Zero's no fun.
This time we're commenting on it because he reveals more, and people are, I don't know, making fun of him because it'll collapse.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
Yeah.
You need those.
Right.
Bakugo's always fuming, so he won't be popular.
Yeah. And you have to mention Todoroki and Bakugo when it comes to flashy and strong. Because Bakugo has fucking explosions, which are flashy and strong. And Todoroki is the fire and ice guy, I think. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so,
I keep
yeah.
getting him confused with Tokoyami, who is the
Also,
the
if you look on this page, you will see the very same Tsuyu that I put in the Reflux image.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it
you flip the image. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, good job with the cropping, by the way.
I did not crop it. I stole that from somebody else.
Oh.
Somebody else cropped
Oops.
it.
Alright. Well, at
And I
least you're
just
admitting
flipped
it.
Yeah. Because honestly, I'm very bad at cropping, so if I ever can find a PNG image of what I'm looking for, I'll just take that instead.
Froggy-chan. This is awesome. Bakugo's always fuming, so he won't be very popular. You bitch, I'll be popular too.
He's got a dream! And
I'm not even going to try and read that wall of stuff. I don't even think you can call that text at this point.
What, where?
redolent as it is of a turd being steamed in a sewer.
Yeah. So he's using fancy words to confuse Bakugo, expecting that he won't be able to understand. And Bakugo just threatens to kill him anyway, whether he understands or not. So, you know, Bakugo's Bakugo, that's how he works.
Yeah.
Thing.
I think anyone should call him on his bullshit. Most of that doesn't even make any sense.
Mm.
Yeah, but you know what? It's great. Nobody likes Bakugo.
And then we have the boob window girls just sort of chatting it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Commenting
on how the conversation is vulgar.
Mm.
Ochiko's so happy all the time.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much the point of her character.
Yeah. Cheerful.
Like I said, the reason why she has her power is because they wanted a cheerful heroine.
Mm. So, they're basically in Universal Studios Japan, apparently. Is what they modeled the training ground after.
Huh? Yeah, they
Flood
did.
wrecks, landslides, fires.
It's apparently the ultimate space for jams.
Great.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Well, let's see. This guy looks like he's from space, and I don't know, he looks like a jamming kind of guy. You know, I'd say it's, come on.
With butches like that, I don't think he is.
It's Space Jam. I feel like that was just a Space Jam reference that somebody...
Come on and slap. And welcome to the jam.
Yeah. I knew that was going to come up.
Yeah.
I was going to do
Can't go wrong.
like...
Can't go wrong with
Yeah. Alright, Space Hero number 13. His name's just number 13.
Is he a nobody?
No, he's, well, sort of. He helps with disaster relief, so... Kind of.
I meant Kingdom Hearts.
I know the Kingdom
not
Hearts
a
joke, but I was carrying on anyway. So yeah, he helps with disaster relief and stuff, which is the, superhero thing that I could probably get behind most.
Yeah.
Feels like that's kind of a thing that should be done. And All Might was supposed to be there, but he's not because he was a moron.
Yeah, he was a moron. And went and decided to fight a little bit of crime. Just a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't, would his time limit be long enough to make a class out of this?
Not really. He's somewhere between an hour and 3 hours now. At the beginning, he was 3 hours. After this arc, it's 1 hour. So, probably not.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking.
It's not ruined, though. We have a backup plan. Ready to see this awesome backup plan?
So, I know Ken called out the dark matter power at the beginning of the story, but apparently number 13's quirk is called Black Hole.
Yup. You can just summon black holes.
And it is literal black holes. That is his power.
Yeah. That's a cool power.
Wait, are those eyes on his helmet? Or I thought they were just shines of light. Or shines things. But,
I think those are eyes.
Huh.
Possibly. Who knows?
Makes me think of a space Spider-Man.
Yeah, something like that.
A Spacer Man?
Sure.
But, yeah, he's got literal black holes. That's dangerous.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It can be used to save people. It can also be used to kill a bunch of dudes. So, but that's pretty much like everyone else's power.
Yeah. Also, Infinity Gal is moving so fast she's blurring in a manga.
It's true.
Mm-mm.
Oh, they smudged ink.
I think she's just bouncing up and down so fast in excitement.
No, the rest of her is staying still, so I think she's just nodding really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
See? She's always super, super cheerful. It's great. Yeah, quirks are strictly regulated and the requirements for their lawful use enforced. Please don't...
So,
yeah.
basically be very careful not to kill people. That would kind of be frowned upon.
That means you, Deku, and Bakugo, and Todoroki, and everybody.
Well, it means all of them. They all have the potential.
Yeah. Because Deku, if you were to punch somebody and not hold back, then they would just... They'd die. Instantly.
They would explode. They'd be chunks.
And Bakugo, he's almost killed Deku, so...
Pretty much,
yeah. So, basically the lesson is, here we're going to learn how to use quirks to help people. Yay!
Which is a very important first step.
Yep. So, first things first. Oh, wait.
They're not supposed to be here.
I gotta hand it to you. That's one handy black hole you got there.
Now you're trying too hard.
Yes. I'm literally face palming right now.
Wait.
Oh, this is gonna be a handful.
Wait, both of you.
I actually was face palming, and then I thought, hey, hang on a second.
Convenient, that.
So, supervillains.
Yeah, they all appear.
That's what's happening right now.
A quick look at some of the villains we see. We have...
gas mask. Oh, no. Horns with a gas mask.
We've got the Ox King.
Medusa. Mouse guy.
Yeah. Actually, it's like a mole rat. Mole rat man.
It looks kind of like one of the elites from Halo. They segmented mouths. a little bit.
Yeah, we got
Right.
Chameleon Man. We got
Or a Murloc.
we got the Handyman. We got
I don't
Brain
even know what
Case.
that one on the left is.
I
We
don't
got
know.
Brain Case, and then we got Spike Mouth.
Dude,
Yeah, I can't see that one on the far top left really well enough to say.
I say
He's a
Spike Mouth.
Dude.
He's got like knives
Okay.
coming out of his mouth.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Right.
Yeah. So we pretty much immediately get told that this is not a training exercise. These are real villains.
And I have to say, these villains are kind of, some of these villains are kind of terrifying.
A little bit. I mean, I guess I'd say that they want all of the villains to look suitably grotesque in comparison to some of the heroes, but Octopus Guy.
Yeah.
So
In this world,
I guess,
I was going to say clearly villains, but no. It, as proven by, well, no, I can't say that. But just because you look like that doesn't mean you're a villain.
no.
It means that you
But
can't.
if you look grotesque enough, then I suppose there is an element of people treating you like a monster because you look like one.
Yeah.
Because you look like one and people treat you like one, you become one, I guess.
Yeah.
Which it
Seems
seems
I
like
like
doubt
a
this is
point.
prevalent in this universe, but yeah.
It's probably a thing that still happens. Yeah. You're saying, Zero?
Yeah, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. So the villains exposit that, hey, we came to kill All Might, but he's not shown up. That kind of sucks.
Guess we better
I
just
wonder
kill
if he'll
everyone
show-
here.
Yeah.
And he's face palming.
He's always doing that.
We went to find All Might, but we couldn't find him. Face palms.
Anyway, I really think we, exhausted all of our puns for hands last time. Let's just
Yes,
wash
you
our hands
did.
of it, okay? Shall we? Just wash our hands of the whole... Okay.
Yeah,
moving
from
on.
now I'm just gonna take a more hands-off approach concerning this guy.
That's a good man.
Yeah.
Good man. I've got to hand it to you for that, respectable attitude. That's good. We're
You've
terrible
used
people.
that one several times now.
I don't care.
Yeah.
We
Can we do one more chapter?
We've got loads of time. We've only been for an hour.
Oh,
Not even that.
cool.
Yeah. So, we get a class spread, I guess you could call this.
And we
So-
can see everybody's outfits, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Octopus Guy, way in the back. Still looking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then we've got, I don't know who that is in the top right, with the Boba Fett helmet.
Sticker, or tape guy.
Oh, right, yeah. I remember him. Then we've got Earjack, Fan Service Girl, who
We got
the
Lucha
fuck is that on
Libre.
the left? Yellow.
That's two
Lucha
characters
Libre.
that we don't really know anything about, even in the latest chapters. Yeah.
Alright, well, you can barely see Todoroki on the, not Todoroki, Tokiyomi, like I said, I got confused. On the top left.
Todoroki's in the middle with Mineta.
Yeah. He's surprisingly hidden for how important he is later on.
Mm-hmm.
Same with
Also, I didn't know
Tokiyami.
his hair or ball things, but they were black.
Yeah. Then we get Acid Girl on the far right with purple skin. What the fuck? Okay.
You didn't think
She's been
of
doing
course
some
she has
acid.
purple skin.
I thought she had a weird colored skin, but I didn't think it was purple.
Oh.
I used to think of her as just like kind of bee colored. She made me think of a bee.
Yeah, I thought it was just some shade of brown skin.
That makes sense.
Yeah, then we get Hard
Yeah.
Body which is what I'm going to call him from now on the far right. Bakugo, obviously, Deku, Ida, Froggy-chan. Froggy-chan's right at the front.
Yeah.
And Infinity Girl on the left. And Dick Laser on the far left as well.
Who's between Ida and
like his head? That's Shakachu.
Yeah, that's the
that's him.
taser
Okay.
guy.
That explains the hair, I suppose. That's the lightning bolt.
I don't know who the one that's just below the tape guy to the right.
Oh, that dude. He's a tail dude.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember the tail dude.
Tail dude. Not
He
bringing
shows up
any
in the later
bells.
chapters.
Oh, okay.
He has a tail that's
about
you
it.
can see it right there. To his
Yeah.
right. That's a big honking tail that is basically all muscle.
Ah.
So it's super
Alright.
strong. Yeah. It's good that most of these characters are actually recognizable for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, we don't have like 50 characters yet. We just have like a class of, 15, 20?
Yeah. When you have, and when your characters include Falco, then like you're set to make unique characters all you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I'm going to count for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's about 20, I think.
The symbol of peace must die.
I don't know why these colors are blue.
Because they wanted to make it look fancy. The Scanlators.
Okay. So, that second panel right there. That's an image.
What do you mean?
His eye is in his brain.
Yeah. That's what we call a monster, everybody. Yay! Villains, get out of here!
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, that's weird, messed up.
Yeah. So, what villains? How could villains, etc. But, kind of more important things to worry about, like, villains are here. Let's do something about that.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying so hard. I'm actually wringing my hands trying not to think of any puns for this.
You're failing.
I know. It's just so hard. I mean, hand on heart, I can't help myself right now.
Just because they're getting more subtle does not mean they're good.
Totally does. That's what it means. Okay. So, the villains wanted to kill All Might, but he's not here, so he's going to kill everyone else instead. They're going to kill everyone else instead.
Yeah, then All Might should show up, right?
Yeah, because that's the thing that happens. I mean, he's the best hero in the world. No one can beat him, and he has no weaknesses at all. It's not like he has a time limit on his abilities that he already ran out. So, he's going to show up and save the day, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So, basically, evacuate.
Pretty much.
Now.
Eraserhead's gonna go out and try and stall them so everyone else can run.
Yeah. An unfortunate truth. A lot of heroes are not very powerful, really. At least when it comes to fighting big groups like that.
Yeah. Well, most people when fighting big groups aren't so good at fighting big groups because it's a big group.
Like, if you had, say, Bakugo or Todoroki, they might be able to handle it a little bit better. Like, when they're, like, fully matured and whatnot. Because
they have crowd
explosions
control powers.
Yeah, crowd control powers.
Basically.
But
I'm not entirely sure how well they would do against someone that is particularly strong themselves. But against the crowd of pretty weak dudes, yeah, they're pretty much safe. They could do whatever they want. they'll win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Eraserhead, going out like a boss.
okay, number 13.
Yeah. And no one knows who he is, so, you know.
Mission accomplished, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
Honestly, it's better if people don't recognize you and you're like that one hero that hunts people.
It is, yeah.
He is basically the ninja that Naruto should have been, or something.
Yeah. He's always cool. And instead of using his quirk right away, he's tying these people up.
Hmm.
Actually, he is using his quirk because they can't shoot him.
Yeah, he uses it briefly, yeah. Just
briefly.
long enough for them to be confused by it.
I'm not entirely clear on how his power works. Is it he looks at someone and then steals his powers, and then he can look away, and as long as he doesn't blink, then it keeps working? Or does he have to keep looking at them?
I don't think he has to keep looking at them. It's just as long as he doesn't blink, it's active.
Okay, so I imagine he just looked at all of them, activated his power, and then just ran in and started tying people up. That's
Maybe.
probably what happened here.
I'm not sure if it works on more than one person. So it could have done one and then done the other quickly enough. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's confusing. Also, I'm not entirely sure how this quirk would work against someone like Octopus Guy or the Tail Guy.
He says it later. It's like, this guy says, can you even erase moon shapes like us? And he's like, nope, no, can't do it. Only works on emitter and transformation class quirks.
So he is very limited utility.
So basically it would work on Dick Laser. It would work on
Infinity Girl. It would work on Deku.
Yeah.
Obviously, it did work on Deku. It would work on Bakugo.
But it wouldn't work on Octopus Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's just your shape that is mutated and you have extra appendages, then it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because you can't shut those down without shutting down basically the entire human body.
There's no normal form of you to go back to. Because that is your normal form.
Yeah.
That kind of brings up the question of, would it work on the giant girl? Would it revert her back to regular form, or would it not?
Yeah, it's a transformation. Yeah, it's a transformation class.
All right.
Oh, that is literally what happens in this page.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Good.
And he does say he makes up for that with his close combats fighting, basically.
Yeah. So he learned to fight alongside his quirk, which is something that all of them should learn to do. Just, it seems like an obvious choice when you're going to be fighting for all of your life. You should probably learn to fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Seems like an obvious thing to say, but when you have superpowers, it probably doesn't dawn on you immediately.
They're not such things are throwing powers at each other.
Like, I imagine
Bakugo... very different things.
Yeah, Bakugo probably isn't an amazing hand-to-hand fighter, because he doesn't really need to be as long as he has his quirk.
This fight will be over in one or two punches, so you probably wouldn't get to develop much
as
of a
we've seen
technique.
before.
Everyone's having audio troubles.
Okay. Is that it?
Let's keep trying.
Alright, checking that. Wow, I wonder what the
It's really still bad, I don't know why. By the way, audience, I am not going to be editing this out, because this comes out within like 2 hours of us finishing it, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
guys. But, wow, so you really bad on your end.
It's really bad on both of your
really
ends.
bad on my end. Yeah. It's really bad on my end. I don't understand why my connection does not seem to be having any problem whatsoever.
Well,
after we're done with this, I'll just restart.
I feel like it's just TypeScript at this point. Well, just fixed.
can't even
I
understand
know.
you anymore.
But my
Yep, I can't understand either of you. Alright, for the time being, I'm going to need you to keep talking while I open the chat. I'm going to be talking in the chat because, you know...
Well.
Keep talking.
I can hear
Okay,
zero.
I am talking. And
okay, I think it's come back. It's come back. It's fine. God, that was annoying. Apologies, audience.
Yep.
Skype sucks today. I don't know why.
I was a robot.
Yeah.
I don't know about a robot.
All right.
More like really choppy.
I was just gonna say, Bakugo's not gonna be good at like hand combat. Deck, on the other hand, can throw him because he's been trained to an extent. To like by All Might, he's been training. So it's kind of interesting to note is that Deku will probably be really good at hand-to-hand combat by the end of this series. Because
no, actually, he would get worse.
He'll get worse the stronger his power gets, but he will have a firm basis to work with because he'll have had to learn at least that much.
And I don't think All Might taught him how to fight like that. That he just knew that on his own.
I can hope.
Yeah. Alright, and then we get Shadow Dude showing up. That's a villain power.
Yeah.
Hard to argue against that being a villain power when you are made of shadows. When you are literally the thing in the shadows, it's hard to argue against being a monster.
Yeah. Also, what does this power even do? Just teleport people?
Good question.
Teleport and phase out of existence, sort of? Like that other guy from that other manga?
And he exposits that they are basically the villain alliance. And, yeah, they broke into the academy, and they're going to kill All Might.
They tried, at least.
But once again, he's not here. They actually kind of exposed this a few too many times to my liking, but whatever. Yay, we want to kill All Might. All Might's not here. Oh, that sucks. Hey guys, I showed up. We're going to kill All Might. All Might's not here. Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do what we can. Hey, guys, I got here just in time. Is it time to kill All Might yet? No, he's not here. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. They make it very obvious what they want to do. I kind of wish they had more goals so they could further expand on it instead of just repeating themselves, but they only have one goal.
And it's still pretty early on, so it's not quite time to have Machiavellian schemes going on in the background. That'll probably happen.
This is just, hey, we need a reason to kill we need to get, like, all these villains here. Hey, how about to kill All Might? Why? Because they probably figured out he was weak or something. I don't know. It's fine, though. I feel like villains are all the time coming after All Might. So just by him being a teacher, you put the class in danger.
It is a danger, yeah.
Yeah. So, being the hot-headed students I guess they're supposed to be, Bakugo and Hardbody, I'm just going to end up calling him that the entire time, decide to engage the Shadow. Bakugo really needs a hero name.
Explosion Lad?
Bomberman!
Bomberman. That's
Bomberman. That's
too perfect not to use. Okay, Bomberman.
They're never going to be able to use it because, copyrights. Okay.
Yeah, they won't even be able to use Bombman because of fucking Mega Man, probably.
Bomberman. Online.
Alright, so they try and kill the Shadow Dude, but fail. Because, that'd be a pretty shitty turn of events for the story.
Sort of.
And then
Bakugo
shadows
has a
happen.
pretty good chance of actually doing something, though, because his powers are a flash of light, and you think that would counter the shadow pretty nicely.
Probably, yeah.
But, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Shadow Dude searching around, you will be scattered and tortured
Oh.
and
Froggy-chan.
slain.
Froggy-chan.
Everyone! And, yeah, mass teleportation.
Basically, yeah.
To multiple places, too, not just the same location, which is
Yeah,
pretty...
they scatter them so
yeah.
they can't back each other up, and then he basically leaves it to the rest of the villains, the Flunky Squad, to do them in.
And, yeah.
Deku gets dropped into the flood zone because,
And he gets
as it
to
was
meet,
established earlier, this is a disaster relief training ground, so he's in
and he
Floodland.
meets good old, and he meets Shark Boy.
He meets Kasame, let's just call
Shark.
him Kasame.
Yeah.
Kasame Mark II.
Okay, I'm really
And,
confused. Why does Shark Boy need a device?
I assume he just said, why does he need a rebreather or something?
That's what I said, yeah.
That's a good question. You would think he would have gills. When he has fins.
I don't know.
Hmm.
And then Froggy-chan.
Froggy-chan comes to save the day.
That is a basking shark mouth. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
He really saved the day there.
Yeah. And then she grabs Deku with her tongue and then jumps out with it under one arm and Deku in the tongue.
God, she gave him a licking, didn't she?
Why? Why?
Anyway, so they get on a ship and stuff. Froggy-chan pulls out Minato, who is apparently also there, who wonders why she has tits, which is a valid question in the sense that she's a frog, but not a valid one in the sense that she's the best waifu.
And she's frozen.
Yeah.
Call me Suyu.
And boy, are we screwed.
Does whatever a frog can. Makes sense. Froggy-chan. Froggy-chan. Does whatever a froggy can.
Froggy-chan. Okay. So.
Are those her actual feet, or is that part of the suit?
She got froggy feet.
Those might be her actual feet.
Ah, alright.
I honestly can't tell. It appears to have toenails. Which I don't think frogs actually have, but that's neither here nor there.
She's a human frog, so...
So...
Yeah,
Deku's basically like,
he...
we've got a problem, and we're kind of screwed. We need to do something.
And he's using his brain. He's like, yeah, I must have employed the other day with the break-in. So what do you perhaps need to swoop in?
Zero.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
What?
The audio thing. Keep talking.
Okay, I hope my audio
quality
doesn't
went
go
down.
out again.
Alright, I think we're back. God damn it. Seriously, Skype?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we're sorry, everybody.
Yeah, this really sucks. We're really sorry about this. Alright, so Minato's a cowardly bitch. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's all 2.5 feet tall, and he has the sticky ball hair thing. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my gosh, the connection is so bad right now. I don't know why. Yeah. And Froggy-chan's like, yeah, they must have figured out some way to kill him. So, I mean, they just start freaking out because we're going to die.
Yeah.
Is it just fair? Does Deku look completely different when he's serious like this?
Not completely. A little bit different.
He doesn't look as silly or comical. Yeah. Because we're used to him with, like... Yeah.
That's a big fish.
Big catch! Big catch! And they're surrounded by fish people.
That's
it's basically like this is One Piece, and they're basically above Fishman Island. With the Fishman Island.
Yeah, so... Deku is trying to figure out why they want to kill All Might and stuff.
He decides that it can't just be because he's a symbol of peace. It has to be a deeper meaning than that.
Yeah. And he decides, fuck it. Like, I know what they want. But if that's what they want to kill All Might, then we need to...
They have to go through us
do things.
First,
yeah. And then cut to
a different scene. So,
Todoroki's just like, yeah, I got crowd control.
Yeah.
Wow. They're pulling weapons out of the fan service girl. That's a really unique use for that power.
Yeah, that's really disturbing.
Yes, it is.
Creation power.
That's really fucking disturbing.
How did I not notice that the first time I read this?
I don't know. I didn't either. Oh. Okay, to clarify what we're looking at here, people who are listening to this, in the bottom left panel of page 21 on the Manga scanlation.
23 on Manga.
Yeah. Fan service girl is pulling stuff out of her wrist. It looks like, I don't know, iron bar, maybe, sword, maybe, I don't know.
Staff or a spear.
She is literally pulling it out of her wrist, and her skin is deforming around it.
Oh, and the other girl's pulling a knife out of her leg.
Out of her thigh, in fact, yes. And once again, the skin is deforming around it. That's... Okay, moving on.
You want to do heroes, you got to do, like, heroes like this. Cars aren't always clean looking, you know?
Okay, moving on. So,
just another hero shot.
Yeah, it's hero shots. Everyone's fighting and stuff. We're going to fight. And Mineta is a little bitch. That does not change.
Yeah. It just gets more apparent, really. As the other two man up, he doesn't.
Yeah, he actually has Deku's face from earlier in the series.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's chapter 14.
Alright, I think we have time for one more.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we can do it.
For an hour and 20-something, so... One more chapter. We're going to finish on chapter 15.
Good ending.
We get a cover shot of All Might.
Saying a modified version of his catchphrase.
Doing a fist pump, sort of, except his hand isn't closed. That's not how a fist pump works.
Oh, wait, I skipped a page, yeah.
And now instead of blue, we have purple. Why is the page purple?
Okay, when they said 2 weeks of colored pages, I didn't think they meant solid colored pages.
That's not how colored pages work, but okay. Right. Right, so they're trying to contact the students on the the teachers on the field trip, and they can't get through from the school.
And, hold your horses. Mr. Principal! Yes, it's me! The guy you can't quite make out is if he's a mouse, a dog, or a bear! And proud Principal.
I think he's a bear.
Yeah, it's the ears.
I think he's a bear mouse, which make him a bouse or a mare. But I don't think he's a mare because he's not a horse, so he's a bouse.
He's also not a mayor.
I'm gonna go with that.
He's a principal, not a mayor. Alright, okay, I think we found our question for this week.
Why?
Is it a mouse, a dog, or a bear? Or is it a mog?
I'm gonna go with bouse.
Or a dare?
Dare.
Anyway. Your fur is very neat today as well. Yeah. It's the keratin. Fuck.
I'm gonna look what keratin is.
Okay, I think it's like, I don't know. It's like an oil or gel-like substance. I don't know.
Yeah.
Keratin hair straightening treatments. Keratin complex smoothing therapy. Keratin hair products. It's like a hair product thing. I guess.
Right. Well, he gets to lecturing all night about using his powers when he shouldn't. Which, good point. An hour a day is not a lot.
Basically calling him a dumbass. It's kind of appreciated. He is a little bit of a dumbass. But you can't really blame him for wanting to help out.
Yeah.
Well, he still can.
You don't just stop being a hero. I mean, that's not really how that works.
Yeah. Well, he's got maybe a year based on how quickly his fucking time limit has shrunk in the past 8 months.
Well, you're assuming he's going to die when he can't transform anymore.
Well, when he can't transform anymore, he definitely can't be a hero anymore.
Yeah.
And how long do you really think he's going to live when he bleeds from the mouth every time he speaks?
I don't really know. Kind of depends on what kind of bleeding it is. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean something's deathly wrong, just that something is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with several hundred words, he just hammers home that he's an idiot. He needs to stop.
Yeah, and there's already people out there doing what he wants to be doing, so it's fine, they're covered. Please stop and just focus on teaching the students. That's why you came here, after all.
Yeah.
So, All Might resolves to go to the training grounds where he was supposed to be in the first place, and stuff. And, so we have a few students that are left at the entrance, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. They were the ones that weren't teleported. They were just... Yeah.
So we have number 13, we have Ida, we have Octopus, and a few others, but it's hard to tell who. And they're fighting the Shadow Guy. And number 13 tells Ida he needs to run as fast as he can back to the school to get help.
Mr. Emergency Exit.
Yeah.
That his power is the one most suited to doing that, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Isn't it great talking about a manga and saying that things make sense?
I know.
Nice.
It's so satisfying. It's something we haven't been able to do in so long.
No, Hand Guy is controlling everyone because they're related to him. Yep. That's how it works, totally.
Oh, right, yeah, because you are Bark.
Yeah.
Seriously, do you want us to stop Bleach? Answer in the comments. So,
He said, "Go, emergency exit."
Yeah.
This chapter is just them figuring out his power, or at least making guesses as to what the Shadow Guy's power is, and then telling Ida just go.
Yeah. And trying to assuage his conscience that this is not cowardice, they need him to do this, or they're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not running away, it's getting allies.
Now, back to the ship.
We're back to...
The ship.
I kind of don't like Minato. I really don't.
I don't.
I don't know. I don't really, but he provides a nice contrast here between, the other two who are committed to being heroes, and he's just saying he can't and sees it as impossible.
Yeah.
Then why the fuck did he apply for the Heroes Division?
Probably was forced into it with it by his parents or something. I don't know. But I do know
all
that
the sexy heroines. Why else?
Yeah, there's that too. And you can't really, you can't even compare him to Deku before he got his power, because even then, when he was scared, he still stood up for the right thing and wasn't afraid of anything.
Yeah, you know exactly who this character is going to be voiced by. It's going to be the same one that does Chopper in One Piece.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're the same size.
Incidentally, the same one that did Pikachu.
Really?
Saying.
They're the same one?
Yep, same voice actress.
Oh.
Yeah. And that just means he's going to be even more annoying in the anime.
Great.
Well, at least he gets, no screen time after this, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So they stocked up information for the attack before a bunch of guys who prepared so meticulously. There's something awfully odd about the behavior, and that's basically, they don't know what their quirks are. They don't know the students' quirks. They didn't care that much.
Oh, we did a little thinking pose, Froggy-chan.
Yeah.
Does she ever blink?
How would you convey that in a manga?
That's a good question. Also, I'm pretty sure frogs have two sets of eyelids. One of them is see-through.
Yeah.
So maybe she is, and we just can't see it.
Well, and people do close their eyes in manga. Even if it's usually caused by something else.
Smiling.
Yeah.
It's usually to convey something, and they don't typically, blink all the time. But anyways, yeah, continue to use the third piece. They don't know what the students' quirks are. So,
if we use our quirks smartly and with a surprise attack, we could probably win this in the first move.
yeah.
So what are our quirks? I can do super strong things, but only once. Froggy-chan can do froggy things, like a froggy can.
She can leap high, clamber up walls, her tongue can go up to a length of 20 meters. She can inflate her stomach outwards, and it's lined with poisonous mucus. And she can secrete that poisonous mucus.
That's a lot of powers. I don't know how the inflating the stomach thing would be useful, but...
Because her stomach would be lined with poisonous mucus.
Oh.
Not really poisonous so much as somewhat stinging.
Yeah, she mentions that. It's not so really... calling it poisonous is a bit much. It's just kind of mildly irritating. Maybe it'll get worse as she gets older, but for right now, it's just stinging.
She would be the dream girl of someone with an inflation fetish.
Yeah.
Don't remind me that exists.
It already exists, by the way.
Yeah. We're all aware of what's on the internet, so I said you don't need to worry about it.
I know, it's funny that it exists.
Yeah, so...
Almost nothing for the series yet, and that's one of them.
Anyway, so he can do the All Might thing, which is just punch things really hard once, and then Minato can make sticky balls.
It's super sticky. Depending on my health level, they can stay sticky for as long as a whole day. A new one won't grow from the place that I plucked. But
But
like, keep fucking
if he keeps doing it, he'll bleed.
Yeah.
So he has flypaper powers.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then that look he gives it after he puts it on the wall. He's just like,
He realizes he's the most useless one in the group.
Yeah. Not by much, because the whole one punch thing kind of...
One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you were facing a single strong opponent, but he's not. He's facing an entire group of weaker things.
And once again I ask, how the fuck did he pass the entrance exam?
I'm guessing he threw one on the ground, and whatever the thing he was facing was tripped and just destroyed itself.
That's really pathetic.
Yeah.
But he could do it.
Well, in fairness, it's not entirely ineffective. If all he has to do is do that once, and then the thing would fall over, and then it wouldn't be able to get back up again, because it'd still be stuck to the thing.
Yeah.
Well, it might be able to stand up again if it's like on the bottom of its shoe, but he just throw another wherever it falls, and there you go.
You would have to be like careful and like stick it, and then just continuously try to break it in whatever way possible. If you could.
I suppose you could
really
break
hard,
it
I bet.
it was stuck to, but
Yeah.
Alright, so the ship gets split.
Yeah.
No, my ship, it must sail.
Okay.
And he's...
Yeah. So they're leaning a little bit more towards screwed at the moment.
yeah.
And, villains are apparently hungry. That is not a look of, I'm going to kill you. That is a look of, I'm hungry and I want to eat your soul.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just throwing balls all over the place.
Yeah. And Froggy-chan really just says what everyone's thinking about Minato at the moment. Yeah.
Is it intentional that there's a gray spot on his head, you think? Or
Well,
and then like third panel, Mineta's forehead is like gray.
No, that's just weird coloring.
yeah. Just weird shading, I think.
Yeah.
I thought that was like what his head looks like without the balls on it. I don't know. Maybe
So
it'll
he's
different.
freaking out. It's crazy. Do not be scared. I just want to touch Yakiru's boobs before I die.
Yeah, this kid's fucking pathetic. This is pretty much the one character in this class that I don't like.
Yeah, unfortunately. There had to be one though. I mean,
there had to be one. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't bat 1,000 all the time. I guess that's the term, right?
I think
I don't
so.
know baseball.
So, Deku's like, well, okay. He starts thinking. They don't know what their powers do. They think the sticky balls are something dangerous.
So they're avoiding them. So all Deku has to do is smash Delaware.
Yeah.
Smash. And, it makes a giant whirlpool type thing because all the water gets displaced by the enormous power. All the villains get knocked out of the water. And then as the water fills up the vacant space, it all collects in one spot, meaning all the balls and all the villains get collected into one spot, and they're all trapped.
Yeah. He licks the water, great giant hole, yeah. And
it occurs to me that if he wants to not be compared to All Might, he should probably stop naming states when he says
and
smash.
then saying smash.
Yeah. He could use something else, like I don't know, something else.
He is still a major fanboy. I think it's just natural. He has to say some.
Japanese provinces, like, I don't know, Honshu Smash, or, no,
He has to say Smash,
Honshu
though.
Crash. Yeah?
Sure, why not?
Okinawa Crash,
Yeah.
etc.
And this is a good example of using your power smartly,
Yes. Which is what Deku does.
which is what I really enjoy.
And also, hey,
then-
calls her Suyu, finally.
Yay! Ship fuel.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, that was what chapter was that? 15. So, questions for next week will be Bleach. Should we stop doing Bleach? For Hero Academia, it should be, what the fuck is the principle?
Yeah.
Right. As for answers for last week's questions,
What do we ask?
we asked, I don't remember what we asked for Bleach. I don't think we didn't. We asked, for the battle scenario, make up a scenario, basically.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of, have a scenario and how would that go between the two teams. And we also asked where Dick Laser should come from, if not Dick.
If you'd fire a laser from any part of your body.
Yeah.
I don't have it open now, but I did read it yesterday. We got some pretty good answers for it.
We did. Very interesting answers. All right. Antonio K. He's glad Mr. Handy doesn't speak in sign language. Be a lot of mixed signals. Pretty sure he always asks for a finger bowl at restaurants. Oh, right, I asked for more puns. Well.
Yeah, you did that. That was a thing. It's your fault.
When y'all first saw Tokuyami, did y'all immediately think of Falco? Yes, I've been mentioning Falco every single time we see him.
Pretty much, yeah. Cannot think of anywhere else on my body for a laser to come out that is funny while not being insanely dangerous. If it came from my mouth, may I never have a coughing fit. Charging my laser and all that stuff, yeah. I also don't have the money to buy copious amounts of replacement shorts if it came from my bum.
It's true. That would kind of suck.
Why would you want it to come from... Also, you would destroy your toilet every single time you use it.
Bless you.
Thank you. So, for a scenario, the hero team would be Tokoyami and Tsuyu. The plan would need to be simple yet flexible. The plan was for Tokoyami and his shadow to keep the villains occupied while Tsuyu used her enhanced agility to tag the device. In case Tokoyami could not hold back both villains, then it would be up to Tsuyu to bypass the defenses of the other villain.
Good. I like it.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how effective Tokoyami's abilities would be, considering he has less control over his shadow the darker it is.
Wait, I thought it was the opposite.
No, if it's really light, then it is docile, but
Weak.
If it's dark, then it is strong, but rebellious.
I see. Alright, that makes sense, yeah.
So he would probably need to end it pretty quickly. Which is good, because they only have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For Etumf, his dick laser would be eye lasers.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah?
Smoky bedroom eyes.
Yes. Yeah, thanks, Cyclops.
That would be terrible for me because my eyes wobble. So I sort of have a wave motion gun thing going on. For the scenario, Acid Girl, try approaching them and figure out where the bomb is. She would get underneath the bomb and melt through the ceiling or floor to capture it while they're distracted.
You risk, hitting the bomb with that acid, but yeah, it's a valid point.
Yeah, it has the same problem of the canon problem of you would not treat a bomb that recklessly, probably, if it was a real bomb. clear that they planned out the scenario. I assume it's talking about Deku and Infinity Girl.
Yeah.
When All Might was chewing out Bomberman. That was it, I remember. For blowing up most of the building.
They did plan it out, yeah. It was...
Yeah. As for Zero thinking Bakugo is being called Ka-chan, it's not pronounced like that. It is actually pronounced Ka-chan, or Ka-chan, something close to that, rather than Ka. It's the two A's in Ka, rather than Ka-chan.
All I see when I look at that is Cack-chan. Like, the grump saying cock. It's great.
And he basically asked the same questions we did. How did Sticky Ball Kid get in the academy?
Yeah.
Which we've talked about.
Yeah.
Stevens. If he's allowed more than one laser, then the palms of the hands would be optimal, so he can be like Iron Man, repulsor lasers and all that. If it's only one, then from the middle finger, so that it fires when I give villains heroes the finger. Okay,
I don't think you thought this one through very well.
That's
that
not
would just
how
fire
it would be
straight
shooting
up.
upwards. It'll be flashy, but I don't think it's very effective. If anything, you want to shoot it from like the first knuckle,
Yeah.
the middle finger, because that'd be pointing towards them, I imagine.
Even then, you'd have to pretty carefully aim it. But kind of work. It'd be hard to aim though. If you wanted to do that.
Doesn't remember which teams were playing heroes and villains, so created Froggy-chan scenario as villain. Evil Froggy-chan. So she should strap the nuke to her back before jumping and sticking to walls. She would be a distraction while her partner takes out the heroes. Okay.
Sort of the same problem of like, if somebody actually manages to tag her, then she drops and the bomb lands on the ground bomb first.
Yeah.
But I imagine if she's carrying it, it's probably a suicide plan to begin with, so either way they succeed.
Also, are any of you planning to write a Hero Academia fic now?
I thought of it.
I'm wondering if you all will ever do games with fan subscribers like speedrunners of GTA. Maybe. It will take some finagling to figure out how we're going to do that.
Yeah.
If we do that.
Whose review is this?
Stevens.
Oh, there.
As for Hero Academia, I'm not at the moment. Zero, you said you were thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking about it. Don't have a plot or anything, but yeah.
At this early in the game, you'd probably want to do a crossover more than anything else.
Yeah.
That or snippets or drabbles or stuff like that.
I had a few ideas for some crossovers, but I'm really not probably going to write anything until the series gets a lot more into it.
We just don't really know enough about the universe to do much of anything. I mean, like, I could do something if I was motivated, because Smut doesn't really need a whole lot of lore, but, yeah.
Froggy-chan would make for some interesting lemons, I imagine.
Yeah, she would. I wish I had more motivation to write, but,
Not sure how appealing they would be, but they'd be interesting, certainly.
Why?
Kind of. Gotta hand it to you, nobody truly cares about Bleach anymore. We know. Please answer in the comments. Hand you my answer to your question, I would shoot lasers from my fingertip, like that Hado Byakuya uses. Byakurai, by the way.
Yeah, quite light.
Yep. Alternatively, from my eyes because of aiming possibilities. There are, hands down, best answers I could come up with. You could handily come up with.
You asshole.
Fingertips is solid.
It is, yeah.
Pick one, yeah.
Especially if you could launch, like, all 5. I mean, you have trouble with thumbs, but I mean, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
You'd look weird shooting them, because I'm doing, like, a pose you would expect to do. You'd sort of... I don't know how to describe the pose. It'd just end up looking like you're I don't know, doing jazz hands or something. Or,
Yeah.
Like, you know how you would imply a flashing light and you just flick your fingers and thumb out over and over again? Like a warning thing?
We did have someone this or the last chapter that had the bullet. It was one of the two people that tried to shoot before Eraserhead got him. He had guns on his hands. Or something to that.
Nealon. Armpit lasers are the alternative to cock laser. That or ear laser. How would ear laser work?
We never asked for an effective power. We just asked for an orifice.
That's true. For the scenario, the hero team would be Ida and Infinity Girl against the annoying one.
Mm-hmm.
And who the fuck is that? Oh yeah, the octopus.
Yeah.
The hero team would likely try to capture the villains and get the nuke to safety using their speed, and the villains would try to slow them down. Sorry, I'm reading this from a distance because of my new mic. Using sticky balls as mines and projectiles. That makes some sense.
A bit vague, but yeah, that works.
Yeah, I guess Minato would be a natural counter against Ida because it's hard to look where you're going when you're going like 60 miles an hour. Not that I think you can go that fast. If memory says it was like 30 or 40, somewhere around there.
Something like that. Also inside, and he'd have to turn constantly, so he'd have to keep it pretty slow. It'd be fast, but not like Flash level speeds.
Yeah. Ryu Hitsuya. Laser from the heels. Taekwondo training goes from sport to murder weapon instantly.
Yeah.
So you're very similar to Mercury from Ruby, and you can super jump with the power.
Oh, yeah, on the heels, if you were to do a side kick, you'd just destroy everybody.
But you would have to really know where you're aiming.
Yeah.
No, like point-blank range? Oh.
Well, if you're doing it at point-blank range, then what's the point of having lasers on them?
Because lasers will disintegrate them.
Who says?
If you're using a laser, you are going to put a laser right through somebody, rather.
And into something behind them.
Who says it wouldn't just burn them? It's just light.
True. I don't know. I haven't really seen how much damage a laser could possibly do. I mean, is it dependent upon how much force you put behind it? Is it dependent, is it just light? Will it just do a light burning?
As far as range goes, I think you would have to have some incredible spatial awareness to use that as a weapon when it's on your heels.
Mm-hmm.
Settle 7. Middle finger again. Seriously, guys? Think it through, lads, would you? Or from the palms, because firing a Kamehameha is every boy's dream. Not mine. Thank you.
You know it is.
I tried it. I'll readily admit that I tried it with a friend. It's fun.
I will readily admit to that, too.
Okay, sure. Our answers. For the scenario, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that would take writing it down, but, yeah.
As for the laser, who wants to go first?
Alright, I have two options for this. The first one is the middle of my chest. That way, whenever I do a chest bump, I just kind of fly away.
That works.
Okay.
The other option I thought of was the top of my head. To activate my power, I have to headbang. The downside is I get a headache.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I can't aim, but it would be hilarious. I'm just shaking my head.
Tongue. Just for the weirdness factor.
That's pretty weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's much of anything left, but ideally I think like your index finger, just finger bang. But
well, you could do pinky finger, or little finger as it is in this country.
Yeah.
That way whenever you're drinking tea, you're just zapping people. It's great.
Nobody does that over here though.
Yeah. Also, I don't drink tea, so...
Right. I don't know. Maybe elbows and knees, just for a really weird fighting style.
Yeah, it's kind of the Muay Thai to the fucking Taekwondo from earlier, yeah. Oh well. So yeah. That's questions for this week. So, to remind everyone, questions for next week are, should we get rid of Bleach from the show and swap it with either more Hero Academia until we catch up, or with another series entirely?
I would prefer another series, so we have two. I like that style, but it's up to you guys, really. Just say whatever you feel about it.
And what was the other question? Oh yeah, is the principal a mouse, a dog, or a bear, or a mog, or a dare,
Or a bouse.
or a mouse, or a pog, etc. So yeah, those are our questions for next week. Please answer in the comments if you would be so kind. And I guess that's it for this week's show.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Yay!
Sorry about the audio issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be better next week and Zero's connection will be shit.
I don't know why. I have a really good connection normally.
At least some of it's mine. I know that.
Oh well. Alright. So, see you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye now.